9:27, thanks so much for sticking with us here on ARC Rochester. The gang is all here for this week's From the Ground Up.
Oh, that was nice.
Little sound effect machine.
Yeah, we were having some fun.
Mark, last week we got the chance to see you plant some seeds. This week, what are we doing?
Yeah, we checked in on the seeds, and also a big topic, you know, the cost of groceries is so high. You know, everybody's thinking about, you know, should I do a garden? Should we get some fruit trees? Maybe we start a little orchard. We got a little space in the backyard. Let's talk about fruit trees and berries. How about that?
Let's do it.
All right. Okay, we're here with Nick Mostarda at the Garden Factory. He is the nursery manager for all of these awesome fruit trees. Hey, Nick, you have 80 different varieties of fruit trees. What are some of the favorites for some of the folks out there?
Well, if I were looking at peaches, I would look at like Bella Georgia peach, which is a nice self-pollinator, super easy to grow. If you were looking at like apple trees, it would be something like a Honeycrisp, but with apples, you need to have two to pollinate. So something like an Empire with a Honeycrisp would be a good combination. Cherries, great for self-pollinating as well, easy to grow.
And you mentioned pollinators versus non-pollinators. Is one variety easier to grow than another?
In my experience, I believe cherries and apples are probably the easiest thing to grow in our climate. If you were to grow peaches, which are self-pollinating, you just need to make sure you're in an area that's well-drained, full sun, not an area where water can tend to pool. Apples and cherries, which are a little more hardy for the area, tend to do a little bit better in our winters. So a little bit easier to grow, in my opinion.
Okay, and it's early in the season yet. We're still in April. Are any of these varieties more frost tolerant than other varieties? Is there a hardiness difference in any of these fruit trees?
We really try to carry everything that can tolerate a Rochester winter. We kind of stay away from anything that's not zone 5 or colder. So you really shouldn't have an issue with winters. I don't see that being really too much of an issue with any of the varieties that we have.
Okay, and for a homeowner, you know, just starting out, maybe they just bought a new house, they want to get into this to knock down the grocery bill just a little bit. I'm looking at a pot right there, and how big am I going to dig this hole for this tree? If I want to put in, say, 4 or 5 of these fruit trees and start my own orchard, how big does that hole have to be to put the tree in?
So typically you would go up right level with the soil that's in the pot.
Yep.
Twice as wide.
Okay.
Get it dug out really nice, amend it with some compost. They like to be slightly acidic, and that will help with that. It'll also help with the draining, because fruit trees, the biggest thing is making sure that soil drains.
Okay. So
a couple things for tips for setting you up for success. Spraying is a really important detail that a lot of people don't really think about. It's going to take probably 3-4 times a season, but a lot of times I always say you get out what you put in. If you put the work in and you can get the sprays down, you know, just don't spray them when they're fully flowered. It'll really help with pests and different things like that, and you'll really get that grocery-style fruit off of them. Another big thing is make sure you're planting them in full sun all the time. So
now, if somebody has the fruit tree spray on their fruit, do you recommend washing that off before they consume the fruit, or how does that work at the end?
I would definitely wash it, but the other piece of it too is like the Bonite product that we have here with the brown top is all organic. So it is safe, not really too much to worry about, but washing it off is always probably a good bet.
Okay, and a couple of different ways to apply, right? This is the pre-made, right?
Yep, this hooks up right to the hose.
And what about this guy?
You have to dilute that, and all the instructions for the dilution is on the back side.
Okay, right back here?
Yep, and they'll have full instructions on how much to dilute it to go into your sprayer.
What if those fruit trees are too much for that homeowner? Is there any other types of fruits that we can get into?
Yeah, blueberries, raspberries, blackberries, all great options, easy to grow. They typically do really well for lots of different people. The bushel and berry series of blueberry is a really easy one to grow. They stay a lot shorter, smaller. For more compact gardens or containers, you can do them in that. And they do the bushel and berry series in blueberries, raspberries, and blackberries.
Oh, that's great.
A lot of good options. There's also the traditional high bush blueberry if you want something a little bit bigger. But yeah,
and
really easy.
What's the maintenance like on the berries, the blueberries, the raspberries? What's a homeowner getting into on this?
So typically, if you just give them a trim one time after they're done fruiting, you're in really good shape. They could take a decent little fertilizer, a 1010 fertilizer, something pretty generic. Other than that, if you plant them again in full sun, anything fruit bearing, full sun, keep them watered, you're going to really be prosperous. I think you'll do really well.
We're talking about
blueberries.
Yeah.
Blueberries. Okay, Mark, I gotta tell you, I loved that. That was great.
Yeah.
So informative. But have you ever seen those time-lapse videos online? This is all I can think of when you talk about fruit-bearing or food-bearing plants, things like that. You put the tiny little seed in the ground.
Yeah.
You watch it grows, and then it produces. I find it so incredibly amazing that something so small in the start can be so fruitful in the end.
Yeah, and they get big. They get big quick. One of the important parts of the fruit trees is the pruning too. We didn't get into that aspect of it, but in the early spring, you want to make sure that those main arterial branches on the trees are strong enough. I mean, you think about it. You go to the grocery store, you pick up like 10, 12 apples. Imagine hanging that off a weak branch, right? Or, you know, then the critters are jumping on it or something like that, or it's raining heavily, it's windy. Pruning is very important, and you heard Nick there say about the fruit tree spray. Very important to follow the schedule for the fruit tree spray and to do it at the right time. Otherwise you're going to start fighting with worms and, you know, other insects that you just don't want on your fruit.
What about other critters, like not just bugs, but actual, deer, Abby's raccoon infestation? What do you do?
And birds, you know,
birds.
especially if you're into the cherry trees. Oh, the birds, they come in. So that's where pruning comes in too, is you want to keep the trees to a height where you can manage them. Get the fruit that's all the way at the top of the tree. You know, you go into a legacy farm or something like that, and sometimes they get, you know, unwieldy, they get larger and they grow up. But if you keep them, you know, that 8, 10 foot where you can still get at it with a ladder, still get the fruit off of there, that helps. So you're not fighting the birds necessarily and the squirrels as much. But at the end of the day, there's really not much you can do about it.
And I saw that there was, like, you could start with seeds, but there was also some plants themselves. Like, for a beginner.
Yes.
Better to start with seeds or maybe a little bit of
I would go with the plants and the trees that they have there. So if you're starting up, a lot of these need pollinators, okay? So like the apple trees, the pear trees, you have to have 2 to actually get them to bear fruit. Some of them are self-pollinators, some of the trees are self-pollinators, but the nursery that you're at's going to tell you all about that. And Dr. Google can help you too when you're, you know, looking for pollinators. It's not rocket science. We're not bolting a wing on the space shuttle here, but you do need a couple of pollinators to help get going.
You know what I say? I say we get a couple of those trees. We haul over to Steph's apartment, and let's not ask the landlord. Let's just start digging holes.
I'm sure they'd appreciate it. Yeah.
Listen, when you see what you get from those, I'm sure they would.
Oh, you get a lot of fruit. And I wish we could do tropicals, you know, the oranges, the lemons, the limes. That all comes in December, you know, January time down south. But it's just we're just way too cold.
Any luck? Okay.
Yeah.
Crazy idea. Any luck of doing that kind of stuff, a tropical indoors?
You can if you have the space, if you have the lighting. Where we lose it usually is how dry it gets in the wintertime. In a greenhouse, you can control those conditions. Inside your living room, it's tough to get a humidifier going that can keep the relative humidity, you know, between 40 and 60% for a lot of these trees. You know.
Yeah.
I've tried limes a couple of times, and it's one of the only things I couldn't do it.
Maybe that's the one thing I will be able to grow.
You know.
Yeah.
Well, give it a shot. Yeah. Keep it in the bathroom. The steam from the shower.
There we go. Oh, yeah.
Just have to have the light then.
Yeah, absolutely. McLean, this is fun. What are we doing next week?
I think we're going to get into stuff for Mom for Mother's Day. Nice. And we're also, the next topic, we're going to be dealing with mulching and, you know, how to keep your gardens weed-free, that kind of stuff. So we're kind of debating which one to run next week. I think we'll run the one for Mom next week on Thursday, and then we'll come back to that one the following week.
Sounds good.
Yep.
Thank you, sir.
Yep.
Time right now, 9:36. When we come back, we are unraveling the details about an upcoming event that is so good. Yes,
you don't want to forget either that you can watch us live. We're streaming on the go right now. If you're in your car on 190 and watching us, look at the road.
Turn us off.
Turn us off. But if you're not, we're streaming on the 13 Wham YouTube channel.